Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot of time.
We are at Nurburgring for the 12th and final race of Season 1 of the SCRL Sun Energy Whelen Euro Elite 1 division. The 72 car of Devin Anderson will be leading us to the green flag. Starting beside him is his brother, Max Anderson. Points leader Tony Newman enters this race with a 5-point lead over Bulldog 67. Tony Newman is starting 16th. Bulldog is starting 21st. Mathematically, we have 9 drivers that could possibly win the championship. Tony Newman, Bulldog 67. Alexander Rowe, who is starting 24th, 28 points behind. Greg Lee starting 11th, 30 points behind. Hassan Oven starting 10th, 32 points behind. Steve Larker starting 15th, 33 points behind. Devin Anderson, our pole setter, on 38 points behind. Max Henderson, his brother, starting 2nd, 39 points behind. And with his victory at Silverstone, Jeff Bright keeps a slim championship hopes, 39 points behind as well. Among those 9 drivers, only one driver is a former champion here in the SCRL. That is Bulldog 67, a former champion in the SCRL NASCAR Legends Series in Season 2. All other 8 drivers have never won a championship. Among those 9 drivers, they have 32 wins among all 9 of them. The most, of course, Bulldog 67 with 14. Hassan Oven is the only driver in the championship contenders who has never won in his entire career. We're at Nurburgring. This track was called the Green Hell by 3-time F1 champion Jackie Stewart. 3.2-mile road course, and without any further ado, here are the most famous words in all of motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
The field is rolling off for the final time here in Season 1. 24 drivers battling in the last race of the season. 9 with a chance of being the inaugural champion for this series. Devin Anderson, 38 points behind Tony Newman, with a slim shot of being champion for the first time in his career. Will lead them into the final few turns. And we'll get this race started. Off the final turn. And we are racing here at Nurburgring. A very weird start, just like we had in the Whelen Euro 2 division, which came down to the final lap to determine who our champion was. I will not spoil it for people who want to watch that race. Of course, this track is not really that great in terms of racing condition. There's Bulldog 67 trying to go past Jeff Bright. There's Tony Newman. And whoa, we got a car that's stalled. That's the 58. Mark Owens just got nailed by Mohammed Zain Abdullah. No caution. Back up front. 72, Devin Anderson with a huge lead over his brother, Max. As you go down this long hill. Devin Anderson won earlier in the season at Hockenheimring, which was his first win of his entire career. His brother, Max Anderson, won earlier in the season at Hungarian O-Ring, while Devin won at Hockenheimring. Max scored his 4th win of the season at Hungarian O-Ring, excuse me. Gotta get the pronunciation right. Where is our champion? Or would-be champion, excuse me. There he is. And Bulldog 67 is way back here. Remember, he has to finish 6 spots ahead of Tony Newman. He is currently 5 behind Tony Newman as they run. We go back up front to our race leader, Devin Anderson. Got a great jump at the start, and his brother has been trailing ever since. Of course, Devin has a slim chance of being champion, 38. Max he has to win, and for Tony Newman to finish in last to have a chance at the championship. Of course, we still have a long way to go as Devin Anderson leads him off the final turn. And we have completed one lap here at Nurburgring. There he is, Tony Newman, coming off the final turn to complete a lap. As I mentioned, he is 5 spots ahead of Bulldog 67, who is in a must finish because he is now in 22nd. That will not win him the championship. Of course, Alexander Rowe, third in points, 28 behind. He needs to finish higher than Tony Newman, which as of right now he's not. Remember, you get 40 points for winning the race. And Devin Anderson comes in minus 38. He's going to try and go for broke here today at Nurburgring. Max Anderson in second, of course, minus 39. Adrian Ford, mathematically eliminated from the championship battle, has passed in the HPK for third. She is mathematically eliminated, came in here 13th in points. Tim Randolph, mathematically eliminated. Marcus Sachi, eliminated as well. A coulda, woulda, shoulda been a Truck Series champion, but was taken out in the last race in Las Vegas. Diego Yepes also eliminated. Derek Edison also eliminated. Floyd Wilson also. Hassan Oven entered minus 32 points behind. As they're running right now, he will not be champion because he is only he's only 4 cars in front of Tony Newman. And Devin Anderson is just flying. He is nearly 4 seconds ahead of his brother, Max. Oh, we got a spin. Toby Fox has spun out. Does that bring out a caution? No, it does not. So Toby Fox will drop from 15th all the way back to 24th, which will help Bulldog and Tony Newman. So they will both gain 1 point. Off the final turn, Devin Anderson leads lap number 2. Battle for second. Here comes Adrian Ford trying to get his career best finish. And try and spoil the Anderson brothers party, who are currently 1-2. He dives it on into turn number 1. Max Anderson can't really defend that much. But he gets a great run off the turn. We head into this other turn. Adrian Ford with the preferred line. Goes wide, but that's all right. And Adrian Ford will move into second place. Go back to our would-be champion, Tony Newman. Has picked up 5 career wins here in the SCRL. 3 coming this season at Circuit the Spa, Red Bull Ring, otherwise known as Österreich, and Monaco. So before this series, he only had 2 wins in his entire career. He came in here in the Whelen Euro 1 division looking to make a statement, and boy did he ever. But the race is not over yet. We still got a long way to go, 7 to go. You never know what could happen on this 3-mile road course. Devin Anderson with a 8-second lead. He got a huge jump at the start of the race. So, of course, naturally, he will have a huge lead. For whatever reason, there's a glitch on this track where they don't all go when they're supposed to go. You see these cars sliding out of the turn. Marcus Sachi in the top 10. Good run for him. See if we have any problems in this turn again. Seth Ismail, our Silverstone last place finisher. Nope, looks like no one had any problems. Devin Anderson at the final turn will lead lap number 3. I know now not to come back to this track ever again, because this track is not good at all. And we're just running 70%. The Whelen Euro 2 division ran 90%, and that was a wreck fest of a race. I guess it did make it more entertaining, but I'd rather have green flag racing and wrecks, not just wrecks. Devin Anderson in the 72 car. Adrian Ford in the 75. He gained some that lap. The lead is now down to 7.3. There's Tony Newman in 14th. I believe that'll give him the championship, the way they are running. Just going through the field. We are single file for the most, well, yeah, everybody's single file. Let's go on board with Adrian Ford. And that is a lap around Nurburgring. He cut the lead down more. Now it's down to 6.9. So Adrian Ford is gaining. But does he have enough time with 6 laps to go? You see Tony Newman trying to gain a spot, and he does over Ryan Rush, so that's an extra point for Tony Newman. This would be his first ever championship here in the SCRL. He's been competing for several series and years. Has won twice before this series. Has picked it up by doubling his win amount by scoring 3 wins. You could say he deserved the championship by dominating and having the most wins, so yeah, there's that. And should he survive for the next 6 laps, Newman will decide what series we do next. That's the reward that the drivers get for winning as well as being the champion for that division. They get to decide what will come next. And we got the 83 Honda Vice now currently in last. Let's see if we have any trouble in this turn again. Newman makes it through. Mark Owen still has damage he got earlier in the race. Looks like everybody will make it as Devin Anderson takes his car across the start-finish line. 5 to go. We are halfway. The lead is now 6.8. He gained Adrian Ford gained 0.08 of a second. that lap. Adrian going for his first career win. Devin Anderson trying to go for his second of the season and overall in his entire career. You see HBK trying to catch the 87 of Ryan Rush. Try and finish her season on a high note. The first driver to win twice in this series. 13th in points. Currently 15th in the run of the order at the halfway mark. Adrian Ford is gaining. You can clearly see who has the fastest lap. That would be, of course, Adrian Ford. 2 minutes, 19 seconds at .105 to Devin Anderson's 2 minute 19.963. He is actually a full 0.08 of a second faster. The last lap he had a 220.014 compared to Devin Anderson's 220.870. Almost 0.08 of a second faster as well. But Adrian Ford is still 6 seconds behind with 4 to go this time by. The last thing Devin Anderson needs is a caution flag right now because he is just flying, but he can go half throttle. He's got 6 seconds to work with, so there's the margin to Adrian Ford. Devin is in the final turn right now. Adrian is entering the final turn right now. Devin is at the start-finish line now. Adrian is at the start-finish line now. Whoa, he almost gained a full second that time. He gained 0.09 of a second that lap. But the only way he'll be able to catch him is if Devin Anderson makes a mistake, spins out. There's a caution that could lead us in the green-white checkered. Max Anderson to third, unable to keep up with his brother. Tim Randolph, this is a good run for him. Has had a dismal season, but the rate he's going, he'll get a top 5. Good way to end your season. Marcus Sacchi, a disappointing season for him as well. He'll get a top 5 unless something happens. Our would-be champion, Tony Newman, in 13th. Closest challenger, Bulldog 67, back there in 21st. It's not been the race he's wanted. Adrian Ford is closing in ever so slowly on Devin Anderson. You can clearly see them. They're in the same shot now. Devin Anderson just has to hit his marks the next 3 laps. Lead is 5.1. Adrian Ford slowly making his way through the S's. No battle for position. Everybody's just running single file. Let's see what the lead is now. It was 5.1. See if Devin Anderson stepped it up over the past lap. Into the final turn. We'll have 3 laps to go to determine who our champion will be. He's at the line now. Adrian Ford is at the line now. Oh, yep, he gained some more. It's now down to 4.5, but that will not give Adrian Ford the win. As we go back and check how everybody else is doing. No battles for position. Tim Randolph is trying to close in on Max Anderson, try and get a podium finish. Let's see how close they are now. Yep, they're right there. And you got to remember, Devin Anderson, he's not going to give up because he has a slim chance of being champion. I don't think he'll win it where Tony Newman's running that right now. But Devin is going to try and go out and do everything possibly can, get maximum points. He came in here minus 38. You get 40 with the win. So, of course, it all depends where Tony Newman finishes. The Whelen Euro 2 division came down to the last lap, and our champion was decided. It was a shocker to me. Congratulations to that driver for becoming champion. Devin Anderson is trying to go for broke here at Nurburgring. He just has to hit his marks for the next 2.5 laps. Adrian Ford, he has to step it up some if he wants to catch him. As we will get 2 laps to go this time by. Of course, if a caution comes out, it'll be... Tony Newman is now in last. Oh, that'll shake things up. Boyle 67 has to finish 6 spots ahead. He's only 4 ahead. So Tony Newman must have spun off track. Let's see what our margin is now. As we got 2 laps to go, the lead was 4.5. It is now 2.8. He gained big time. And the championship scramble continues here at Nurburgring as Tony Newman has fallen back to last. But is that enough for someone else to be champion? He's got a good margin, and we got battle for position as Hassan Oven is trying to pass Derek Edison. This will be for P7. Can Hassan Oven clear? Remember, Hassan has a chance of being champion too. He's only 32 points behind. Derek Edison not giving up, though. Gets a run off turn number 1. Derek Edison will not hold off Hassan Oven. There's Devin Anderson. There's Adrian Ford. Ford seems to be much farther behind than he was before. Battle for position. Han Device trying to pass the number 51, Toby Fox, but unable to. Final few laps. There you see Adrian Ford trying everything he can to catch Devin Anderson. 1.5 laps to go. If a caution comes out, we'll be going green, white, checkered in the final race. Adrian Ford slides out of that turn. Devin Anderson slowly makes his way through the S's. Nice and clean. Adrian Ford makes it through. The highest championship contender is Devin Anderson, minus 38 points behind. Tony Newman is still in last place. Does Adrian Ford have enough? He's trying to close in, but I think he lost ground that lap. The lead was 2.8 with 2 to go. Off the final turn. White flag 1 lap to go. No green, white, checkered. Can he make it back? The lead is now 3.6. Yeah, he lost big time. So, and where is our would-be champion? There he is, currently running in last. I think that'll still give him the championship, though. But we shall see once we tally up all the results. Devin Anderson just has to hit his marks for the next half lap. Adrian Ford not close enough to capitalize on the 72. But you never know. Tony Newman spun out at some point there in this race. Fell back to last. Devin Anderson hoping that same thing does not happen to him. Derek Edison still trying to go around Hassan Oven, but not able to do it. And Tony Newman is so far behind, he is just now entering his last lap. There you see Adrian Ford. He's just diving into the turns, just doing everything he possibly can. We got a driver trying for a slim hope to be champion. We got another driver trying to go for their first win. Something has to give. Devin Anderson slides out of the turn, but he stays on track. Adrian Ford too far behind to capitalize. Slowly into the S's. Adrian Ford dives it on in, just trying to close ever so slowly. But Devin Anderson just has to make his way through the final few turns. And career win number 2 will be his. Here he goes. Entering Season 1 of the SCRL Sun Whelen Euro Elite 1 Division, Devin Anderson was winless. In his 5th career start, he scored his first win at Hockenheimring. In the season finale, he will gain maximum points, 40. And we'll see if he's the champion. But off the final turn, Devin Anderson scores career win number 2 here at Nurburgring. Adrian Ford finishes 2nd. We gotta wait for it. That's how far behind 3rd is. Any second now. Finishing 3rd is the 32 car, Max Anderson. Tim Randolph finishes 4th, and 5th is Marcus Sacchi. And we go back to last place. Tony Newman still currently holds it, but I think that will give him the championship, maybe. Trying to catch the 51, Toby Fox, off the final turn. Tony Newman will officially be the last place finisher in this race, but will he be champion? We shall see. And yeah. Here are the race results. Devin Anderson leads every single lap and scores his 2nd win of the season. 2nd, Adrian Ford. 3rd, Max Anderson. 4th, Tim Randolph. 5th, Marcus Sacchi. 6th, Diego Yepes. 7th, Hassan Oven. 8th, Derek Edison. 9th, Floyd Wilson. And 10th was Seth Ismail. Points leader Tony Newman finishes 24th. I assume that will give him the championship, but we shall see. But first, we'll take you to victory lane for the 2nd time in his career with Devin Anderson. Here are your point standings after the 12th and final race at Nurburgring. And ladies and gentlemen, less than 24 hours after we made history by having the closest margin of victory in the championship at 2 points, we have broken that record already. Tony Newman entered with a 5-point lead over Bulldog 67. He left Nurburgring with a 1-point lead. So which means Tony Newman is our Season 1 SCRL Sun Energy Whelen Euro Elite 1 Division champion, which sets the record for the closest championship points battle of all time in the 5-year history of this league. Have you ever? Well, maybe. Wow. It came down to the final race on the final lap and both Whelen Euro of divisions. You can't ask for anything better than that. Tony Newman, our champion, had 3 wins. Those were his only top 5s. He had 8 top 10s. Bulldog 67, so close to becoming champion for the second time in his career. He had 1 win on the season. That was at Cataluna. He had 5 top 5s and 7 top 10s. Devin Anderson went for broke in the last race, minus 38 points entering. He left minus 11, just could not. He did everything he could. He just could not become champion. He had 2 wins on the season. He had 4 top 5s and 7 top 10s. Hassan Oven, no wins still in his career, but he had 3 top 5s and 8 top 10s. 5th was Greg Lee, a winless season for him. He had 5 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 6th, Max Anderson, 1 win on the season. That was at Hungarian O-Ring. He had 5 top 5s and 7 top 10s. 7th, Steve Larker, winless for him. 1 top 5 and 5 top 10s. 8th, Alexander Rowe, no wins, 2 top 5s and 7 top 10s. 9th, Derek Edison, no wins, 3 top 5s and 7 top 10s. 10th, Jeff Bright, 1 win on the season. That was at Silverstone, 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s. 11th, Mitchell Joey, the series' first ever winner at Circuit de Mazda. He had 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s as well. 12th, Marcus Sacchi. He gained 2 spots in the last race, a winless season, but he had 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 13th, 2-time race winner in the HPK. Those were her only 2 top 5s. She had 3 top 10s. 14th was Han Device, winless for him, 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 15th, Tim Randolph gained 3 spots in the last race. He had a winless season, 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. 16th, Diego Yepes, no wins. He had 1 top 5 and 5 top 10s. 17th, Mark Owens, no wins. He had 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. 18th, Muhammad Zain Abdullah, no wins, 1 top 5, 4 top 10s. 19th, Adrian Ford. He tried everything he could, but just could not pass Devin Anderson in the final laps at Nurburgring. That second place was his only top 5 finish. He had 4 top 10s. 20th, Said Ismail, winless season for him, 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. 21st, Floyd Wilson, no wins, 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. 22nd, Toby Fox, 1 win on the season. That was at Brands Hatch. He had 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. 23rd, Matt Hamill, no wins, no top 5s, and only 3 top 10 finishes. 24th, Ryan Rush, a disappointing season for him. No wins, no top 5s, and only 3 top 10 finishes. Go to our statistics. Of course, starts all the same. Most wins, that is our champion, Tony Newman with 3. Devin Anderson, Need HPK with 2 apiece. Bulldog 67 and Jeff Bright with 1. Most top 5s, that will go to Bulldog 67, Greg Lee, and Max Anderson, all with 5. Devin and Hans Device with 4. Most top 10s, Hassan Oven and Tony Newman with 8. Alexander Rowe, Bulldog 67, and Derek Edison with 7. Most poles, Devin Anderson with 4. Tony Newman 2. Hassan Oven, Jeff Bright, and Mitchell Joey both with 1. Most laps led. Most laps completed. Adrian Ford, Alexander Rowe, Bulldog 67, Greg Lee, and Hassan Oven, all with 105. Most laps led, 18, by our champion, Tony Newman, the HPK, with 17. Devin Anderson, 15. Said Ismail, 13. And Floyd Wilson with 10. Most miles completed, Adrian Ford, Alexander Rowe, Bulldog 67, Greg Lee, and Hassan Oven, all with 308. Our fastest average was round 1 at Circuit de Mazda, 138.014 miles per hour, won by Mitchell Joey. The slowest average was Circuit de Mazda, 45.971, won by Tony Newman. Our biggest margin of victory was Circuit de Astro, won by NHPK, 5 seconds, closest margin. Of course, Circuit de Mazda, less than a second. Fastest and slowest pole, same thing because we skipped qualifying. Most lead changes, Circuit de Cataluna with 4. Most leaders, Circuit de Cataluna with 5. Most yellows, Circuit de Mazda with 2. Most cars running, the season finale with all 24. Most DNFs, Cataluna with 4. And that is officially the end of Season 1 of the SCRL Sun Energy Whelen Euro Elite 1 Division. Tony Newman has made history by winning his first championship, becoming the first champion in series history, and winning the title by the slimmest margin in league history by 1.2 over Bulldog 67. So congratulations to Tony Newman for picking up his first ever championship. And for winning, Tony Newman, you will have the honor of picking what series we do next here in the SCRL. So until we see you on track, remember to keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.